All right, let's get started.
Ready. On your bed. Okay. That's my bed. Oh, sorry, Snuggie. Okay. Okay, so just a reminder, I am not here to instruct you. Everything I say is a suggestion. So please do what feels best in your body. Um, and the goal of yoga is not to twist and transform ourselves into crazy shapes or like push yourself into a shape that you think you should look like. The goal is to um, learn and discover and explore our bodies and our minds. Um, so just kind of keeping that in mind through the next hour. Um, we're here to learn and explore and not to judge or criticize or push or be any certain way. All right. So we're going to start in a cross-legged position. And if this position isn't comfortable to you, you can fold up a blanket and place it underneath your sit bones to just elevate your hips a little bit higher than your knees. And if one blanket isn't enough, you can use two. And before we come into stillness, just kind of check into your body. This pose in itself can be kind of stiff, especially after a long day or week or the year that we had. So yeah, just check in with yourself and see if you need to make any movements before we go into stillness. So that might mean kind of rolling the shoulders a little bit, giving yourself some neck rolls, maybe swaying side to side into your hips. So really just kind of check into your body, see what areas feel kind of stiff or uncomfortable, and welcome some movement into there. All right, and then we will find some stillness. If you haven't already and you want to play music, go ahead and press play. So coming into our comfortable, easy seat, bring your hands anywhere on your legs that feels comfortable. And begin to close your eyes if you haven't already. And we're going to take 10 deep breaths here. So breathing in deep through your nose and exhaling through the nose or mouth. And allow the first few breaths that you take to be really, really deep. Deepest breaths you had all day. And as we move through these breaths, we'll eventually start to not really focus on the deep part of it, but just bring your breath to a more natural place. And bring your attention to your spine and your posture. And just noticing how you naturally sit. And see if you can lengthen your spine a little bit more. Flatten your back a little bit more. Pull the top of your head up towards the sky. Allowing the shoulders to relax away from your ears. Relaxing all the muscles in your arms and your legs. Relaxing all the muscles in your face and your jaw and your forehead. All right, give yourself one more deep belly breath, deep inhale. This time, open mouth exhale. And bring your hands to your heart center. Press your palms together. And keep your eyes closed if you'd like. And start to bring the chin to the chest. And just bring awareness to your shoulders. Did they move? Did they start to kind of creep up towards your ears? And if they did, that's okay, no worries. See if you can move them back down your back. Soften and relax. I'm just building awareness to the small movements that we make and the way that our body moves, even when we're not thinking about it. So still tucking that chin into your chest. Take a deep breath in, deeper breath out. All right, we're going to find a little more movement. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, slowly bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Pause here, take a deep breath in. And exhale, chin to chest. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Pause here, inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. One more each side, deep inhale. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Deep inhale. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Deep inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Pause here. And just check in with your spine again. If you started to round, find that integrity of your spine, that length in your spine, flatten your back. On your next inhale, we'll bring the hands to the ground by your hips. And chin even with the ground. You can open your eyes. So we're going to tent up our fingertips on the ground. So it's just our fingers. Keep that integrity of your back, of your spine, of your posture. And then we're going to slowly, Rudy, I'm going to need you to move this one, bud. Hey, can you go to your bed? Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so we're going to slowly walk our fingertips behind us and towards each other. Yeah. And go as far as feels comfortable to you. So we're not pushing it to our edge here, just kind of going a little bit behind us. Nice. And then check in with the integrity of your spine again. So lengthen that spine. Lift your heart up towards the sky. Take a deep breath here. So really pull your shoulder blades together. Pretend like you have a pencil in between your shoulder blades and you don't want to drop it. So we're really squeezing the shoulders together. So option to stay here, or if you'd like to walk your hands a little bit further back or together, you can do that. Take one more breath. All right, we'll start to slowly walk the hands back to our starting point. Open the palms towards the walls, away from you. Deep inhale, reach your arms out and up. Fingers touch. And then as you exhale, palms away from each other. arms back to the ground. We're going to do 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up, straight arms, really reach fingertips away from your body. And then exhale. Great. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. This time, pause here, interlace your fingers, and then press your palms up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Nice. We'll start to bring the hands behind the back of the head. And then really pull your elbows behind you. Keep that posture, deep breath here. All right, slowly tuck your chin into your chest. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, pull your spine towards the back of the room. And start to bring your head closer to the ground. So we're not pushing down our head with our hands, but just kind of allowing our arms to be relaxed here. So the weight of our arms is deepening that stretch. Really tuck that chin to the chest. One more big breath. Nice work. Release all of that. Use your core to inhale, lengthen, lift arms up. And exhale, arms by your sides. Great. All right, let's crawl into tabletop position. So you can, if you have a blanket, you can just move that out of the way. All right, so tabletop, knees are underneath the hips, feet in line with the knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then walk them another inch out so they're a little bit closer to the outer edges of your mat. So a little bit wider here. All right, spread those fingers wide, press every single fingertip into the ground. We'll move through some cat-cows. Inhale as you gaze up, tailbone towards the sky. And exhale, round the back, chin to chest, press into the mat, tuck your tailbone. Inhale, gaze up, tailbone up, belly towards the ground. And exhale, press into the mat, arch the back, tuck chin, tuck tailbone. Let's do that a few more times, inhaling through cow. And exhaling through cat. Just moving with your own breath at your own pace. And coming back to cultivating that awareness. So just noticing how your body moves through these shapes. Noticing different parts of your body, your spine, your hips, your shoulders, areas that feel tight and tender, maybe some areas that feel good. All right, when you feel like you've had enough, we'll meet back in tabletop shape. So if you were here last class, this is going to be a little bit of a repetition, but just talking about protecting our low back and engaging our core a little bit. So in our tabletop pose, we want to make sure that we're not, how do I say this? Not like sticking our butt out. So you want to like tuck your tailbone and shorten the distance between your hips and your rib cage. So kind of like we are in cat or cow pose a little bit. So tucking tailbone, scooping pelvis forward. And then like in cat pose, really press into the mat. So sometimes our chest and torso can kind of fall towards the ground. So make sure you're really pressing into the mat here. Tuck your toes. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hover the knees above the ground. Really press into the mat, arch up those shoulders towards the sky. One more big breath, you got this. Exhale, knees to the ground. Bring the sit bones to the heels. Reach your arms forward. Bow the head towards the ground. 2 deep breaths here. Nice work. Let all of that go. All right. We'll come back to tabletop pose as you inhale. So following all those cues as we did before, tucking the toes, tucking the tailbone, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hover the knees above the ground. Really press into the mat, puff up those shoulders. One more deep breath. You can do this. All right, knees come to the ground, tops of the feet to the ground. Reach your arms out in front of you. This time, stack your hips on top of your knees, puppy pose. So allowing the forehead and the chest to sink towards the ground. Maybe you even rest the forehead on the ground. If you want a little bit deeper of a pose, you can rest the chin on the ground. Wherever you are, one more deep breath. All right, keep your arms where they are. As you inhale, we're going to move our head towards our hands and just rest laying on our bellies. So you might need to shimmy your arms so that your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Forearms are parallel. We're still spreading those fingers wide. So coming into Sphinx pose. Really point your toes, active legs. Press the tops of the feet into the ground. So really press into your shoulders, lift your chest up through your arms. And then check in with your shoulders again. Can you move them a little bit more down your back? One more deep breath. All right, we're going to slowly lower all the way down. Bring your arms into a T shape or like airplane legs. All right, and then we'll bring the left hand underneath the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, we're going to press into that left palm and slowly roll onto the right side body. Bend the left leg and place the left foot on the ground behind your right leg. It's really tricky. Okay, so we're rolling onto the right side. Yeah. And then bend the left leg, place the left foot on the ground behind your right leg. Nice. And then rest your head on the ground. You should feel a stretch in your right shoulder. I'm trying to give my roommate directions and Rudy just like walked up to her and is licking her face. Okay, one more big breath. All right, we'll slowly roll back onto our bellies. And bring the arms back into that airplane wing shape. Rudy, on your bed. Good boy. Okay, so we'll go into the other side. Right hand comes underneath the right shoulder. And then slowly roll onto the left side of your body. Right leg comes up and over, right foot rests on the ground behind your left leg. And we're resting the head on the ground. Breathing deep into the left shoulder. All right, give yourself one more big breath. All right, we'll slowly roll back onto our bellies. This time, place both of your hands underneath your shoulders. Hug your elbows in by your sides, tuck your toes. So 2 options here. You can inhale up into tabletop pose, or you can inhale up into plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. So once you get to your down dog, go ahead and find some movement and bend the knees. Walk out the dog. If you'd rather stay in stillness, that's okay too. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Hands are about shoulder width apart. Pressing your chest towards your legs. Pressing your heels towards the ground. One more big breath. Right, the next time you inhale, bend your knees, gaze in between your hands, then slowly walk your feet in between the hands, forward fold. Feet underneath the hips. Nice generous bend in the knees. You can grab opposite elbows or maybe interlace your fingers behind the back of your neck. Or just let your arms hang. Relax your shoulders, relax your head. Let everything melt towards the ground. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, fold a little bit deeper. And on your next inhale, press into your feet. We'll slowly come to stand. Tuck the chin into the chest. Inhale as you come up. Mountain pose. So palms face forward. Eyes are closed. And like we did before, check in with your shoulders. Pretend like there is a pencil in between your shoulder blades. So draw them behind your back and together. Opening up those shoulders. Pull your fingers towards the ground. Check in with your spine. Can you create a little more length there? Lift up through the top of your head. Take one more big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. All right, the next time you inhale, reach your arms out and up towards the sky. As you exhale, hands through palm center. All right, inhale, reach arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Create a flat back. Hands can come anywhere on your legs. Pull the shoulders down and back. Exhale, forward fold. All right, fingertips come to the ground. Right foot stays where it is. Left foot moves all the way back. No lunge. Bring the left knee to the ground. Top of left foot to the ground. So if you would like, you can place a blanket underneath that left knee or do the little trick where you kind of double up your mat here if you don't have a blanket. Okay, so coming to fingertips, make sure that your right ankle is underneath your right knee. Pause here, take a deep breath into your hips, soften the shoulders, lengthen your spine. And the next time you inhale, gaze up, pull your heart up. Exhale, start to walk your hands towards your knees, straighten your right knee. Well, allow for like a little micro bend. So straightening the right leg, but a little bend, and then flex the right foot. So take a deep breath here. And as you exhale, slowly fold forward, bringing the nose towards the knee, deepening that stretch. All right, the next time you inhale, we're going to walk the fingertips forward. Gaze up, Spiral your heart towards the sky. And then exhale, walk the fingers back into that shape we were in before. All right, we'll do this a few times, just moving with your breath. Inhaling as you move forward, gaze up. And exhaling as you come back. All right, the next time you come into your forward lunge, we'll go ahead and stay there. And then bring your right palm to the inside of your right foot. And we'll slowly shimmy the right foot to the outer edge of the mat. Toes pointing out slightly. So going into lizard pose here. So you can stay like this if this feels like enough for your hips. If it feels like a little too much, you can come to the fingertips. If you'd like a little more, you can bring the forearms to the ground. That is not an option for me, so I like to be on my palms and just kind of bend my elbows. And then if you have a block, you can also place the block right here and then put the forearms there. So 2 more deep breaths, whatever shape you choose. You might even like to close your eyes. Soften through your shoulders a bit. Maybe explore rolling to the outer edge of your right foot. Seeing what that feels like. All right, we'll slowly come out of this shape, placing the palms back on the ground if they're not there already. Heel toeing the right foot in between the hands. Tuck the left toes, lift through the left knee. Take a deep inhale, lengthen your spine. Big exhale. All right, we're gonna slowly come into standing splits pose. So if you'd like, you can go straight into it, lifting the left leg up towards the sky. If that feels like too much, you can shimmy the left leg forward until it feels accessible to you to lift the left leg up. So we're not opening up the hips here. So make sure your knee is pointed towards the ground. Lifting the left leg as high as it will go. Usually it's not far, but that's okay. And then just bowing the head. So relaxing head, neck, and shoulders like you're in a forward fold. Nice bend in the right knee. One more big breath. As you exhale, forward fold, left foot meets the right. Nice work. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet all the way to stand as you inhale. Reach arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to do all that on the other side. As you inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, forward fold. And hands can come through the heart center or out by the sides. And down, your choice. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips to the ground. Left foot stays where it is. Right foot moves back. Low lunge. Bringing the knee to the ground. Maybe a blanket. Top of the foot to the ground. And then shimmying the left ankle so it's underneath the left knee. So coming to those fingertips again, or if you have blocks, even better. Take a deep breath here, breathing into your hips, checking in with your spine, your shoulders. All right, the next time you inhale, gaze up. Lift your chest up. And then exhale, we'll slowly walk the fingertips towards the knees. Small micro bend in that left leg. And then flex your left foot. So we'll take a few breaths here before we move into our cat-cow lunges. Softening the nose towards the knee. Breathing into the left hip and the left hamstring. All right, the next time you inhale, go ahead and walk your fingertips towards the front of your mat. Gaze up, lift up through the chest. Exhale, walk the fingers back. Straighten through the left leg. So again, just moving like this with your breath, inhaling as you move forward, and exhaling as you move back. Just noticing how your body feels as you move through these poses. Maybe you want to blanket underneath the knee. Maybe you want to stop doing this and just do something else entirely. Maybe this feels good for your hips. Maybe you'd like to come to fists instead of fingertips. All right, the next time you come into your forward lunge, we'll stay here and start to move into our lizard pose. So palms come to the ground, left palm on the inside of the left foot as we shimmy the left foot to the outer edge of the mat, pointing your toes out a little bit. And then lots of options here. So you can stay like this. You can choose to bring forearms to the ground. Maybe just bend the elbows a little bit. Maybe you roll to the outer edge of the left foot. Wherever you are, stay with your deep breath. Stay with your awareness. One more big breath. All right, we'll bring the palms to the ground if they're not there already. And start to heel toe your left foot in between your hands. Tuck those right toes, lift the right knee. One breath here. Soften the shoulders, lengthen the spine. And maybe you straight away go into the standing splits, or maybe you shimmy that right foot forward a little bit and then lift the right leg as high as you can. Again, squaring off those hips so the knee points towards the ground. Nice bend in the left leg to help you balance. Relax head, neck, shoulders. One more big breath. All right, we'll slowly go into our forward fold. Next time you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart. Pause here, take a deep breath. All right, on your next inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, hands come to the ground. Right foot stays where it is. Left leg moves back. High lunge, so we're keeping the left knee off the ground this time. Tent those fingertips. Cat-cow lunges again. Inhale, gaze up. And then exhale, straighten through the right knee, nose towards the knee. Okay, we'll do this a few times, moving with your breath. Inhaling as you move forward, and exhaling as you move back. If you do have blocks, it might be a little bit easier to be on blocks in this moment. If you can't reach the ground, or if it hurts to be on your fingertips, you can bring your hands to your right leg instead. All right, the next time you come into your forward lunge, we'll stay here. And then inhale to come all the way up, high crescent lunge. Exhale, sink a little deeper in your lunge, relax your shoulders, palms face towards each other. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. All right, we'll slowly move into warrior two shape. So pivot that back left foot to be parallel to the short side of your mat. Reach the fingertips away from each other. And then check in with your right knee. Usually it likes to not bend as deep as it should. So see if you can stack your right knee on top of your ankle and don't let it come in here. Really press the right knee towards the right. Yeah. Okay, one more big breath. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Keep your right knee where it is. Inhale, reach the right arm up. And then straighten through the right knee. Keep reaching. Left hand comes to the left thigh. One more big breath. All right, the next time you inhale, we'll bring the arms parallel to the ground. Okay, so listen carefully. We're going to go into eagle arms. So we're going to cross the left arm underneath the right. So right arm's on top. And then either back of arms or back of palms touch or front of palms if you really want to go for it. Okay, so we're going to bend that right knee again. So warrior two legs and eagle arms. Yeah. Okay, so now we're going to really challenge our balance and come back into that high lunge with our eagle arms. So we're facing towards the front of the room. And if you fall, no worries. Just come back into it. Okay, so we're going to go into eagle pose. So if you want to go straight into it, you can, or like before, you can shimmy the left leg up until you can wrap the left leg on top of the right. So deep bend in the right knee, and then we'll bring the left foot to the ground. So if you want, you can stay like this, or maybe the left foot comes to the back of the right heel, or maybe you wrap all the way around. But wherever you are, think about bringing your hands, elbows, and knees all in one straight line. Deep bend in the right knee to help you balance here. Yeah, one more big breath. All right, let's let go of all of that. Inhale, feet to the ground, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, this time left foot stays, right foot moves back. Fingertips on the ground. Cat-cow lunges as you inhale. Gaze up, heart forward. And exhale, straighten the left leg. We'll do a few browns, moving with your breath. Take your time. Remember all your options to do or not do this pose. We'll meet back in our forward lunge. And then as you're ready, strong legs, press up, inhale, high crescent lunge. Exhale, bend that left knee a little more, relax your arms, palms face towards each other. Give yourself one deep breath here. All right, and then warrior two pose, other side. So again, checking in with your stance here. Check in with that left knee. Check in with your arms. Check in with your breath. All right, keep that left knee bent, right hand to the right hip. Inhale, reach left arm up. And exhale, straighten the left knee, reach, reach, reach some more. And then right hand comes to the right leg. One more big breath here, spiraling open towards the sky. All right, as you inhale, we'll come up, arms parallel to the ground. Okay, so like we did before, but this time, right arm on top, left arm on top. Yeah, okay. Left arm on top, back of palms touch or front of palms. And then bend through the left knee. So warrior two, legs, eagle arms. All right, and then slowly, carefully coming into that high lunge shape, getting ready to move into eagle other side. As you're ready, I like to keep a nice bend in the left leg. That really helps with the whole balance thing. So again, lots of different options. You can just stay like this if you like, or I like to bring the right foot to the ground to help with the balance. Again, nice deep bend in the left knee. Hands, elbows, knee, all in one line. One more big breath. Nice work. Okay, release, inhale, feet to the ground, arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Let it all go. All right, 2 deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right, the next time you inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet, inhale all the way to stand, reach out and up. And exhale, hands to heart. Pause here, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Check in with your spine, your shoulders. One more breath. Next time you inhale, reach out and up. As you exhale, forward fold, lead with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. All right, palms on the ground. Left foot moves back and right foot moves back. Plank pose, top of a push-up. One breath here, you got this. As you exhale, downward facing dog. Nice deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. The next time you inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Pause here, take a deep breath. Press your left heel towards the ground. All right, the next time you inhale, lift your right leg a little bit higher. And then exhale, pigeon pose. Right knee comes to the right wrist. Bring the top of the left foot to the ground. Let's come to those fingertips again and walk the fingertips to the hips. So 2 options here. Well, first, if your right hip feels super tight, go ahead and grab your blanket and stuff it underneath that right hip. And then if you want to work on your core, you can lift your arms up and then slowly lower yourself down. If you know that's not going to happen today, you can just lower yourself down like this. I'm going to take quite a few breaths here. So allow yourself some time to settle in, to find your breath. And just to notice different parts of your body. Maybe it's your hips or your shoulders. Maybe it's something else entirely. All right, take one more deep breath. And start to come out of this pose, placing palms underneath shoulders. We're going to come back into downward facing dog. So tuck the left toes, right foot meets the left, and find some movement if you need. So maybe you come back into three-legged dog or shake out the right leg. Maybe walk the dog. Coming back into downward dog, take a deep breath. And just notice how your legs feel. Notice how your hips feel. Notice if there's any difference between the right leg and the left leg. All right, the next time you inhale, lift your left leg high, three-legged dog, other side. Pause here for a breath. Allow the right heel to sink towards the ground. Next inhale, lift the left leg a little bit higher, and then exhale, left knee to the left wrist. And then we'll bring the right knee down, top of right foot down. So different side brings up some different stuff. If you want, you can place blanket underneath the hip. Okay, so remember our options. We can just go straight down or bring fingertips to the hips and then arms come up and then slowly lower down. Oftentimes this pose can be really intense and we like to clench up in a lot of places in our body, kind of brace for that intensity and protect ourselves. Allow your breath to deepen and just notice if your body does that and where. If you find any tension, see if you can bring your deep breath into that place. And if you're like, what the heck is she even talking about, then just breathe. All right, give yourself one more deep breath. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. And start to come out of this pose. As you're ready, no rush. We'll meet in downward facing dog, tucking the right toes, lifting the hips. Left foot comes to the mat. And again, find some movement if you need. Shake it out, walk it out. When you're ready, we'll bring the knees to the ground. Child's pose. Knees come to the outer edge of your mat, toes to touch. Reach arms forward. Allow the forehead to rest on the ground. If it feels okay, you can flatten your palms along the ground and lift your arms up. So the only part of your arms that's touching the ground is your palms. Another option to stretch the arms and shoulders, you can bring palms to touch, bend the elbows, and bring your hands to the back of your neck. Lots of options, you do you. One more big breath. Really bring your hands underneath your shoulders as you inhale, press into your palms, lift up your head, bring your legs to one side. We'll come to sit. And then we're going to just straight away roll into a ball on our backs. So hug the knees into the chest. If it feels okay, you can rock side to side, or maybe in circles, massaging the low back, the spine. All right, so hug your right knee into your chest and release your left leg straight all the way to the ground. So big, deep hug. Squeeze that right knee towards your right armpit. And then leave your left hand on your right knee. Bring your right arm out into an airplane wing. Take a deep breath. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the right knee over to the left for a twist. It might feel nice to close your eyes here. It might feel nice to look over to the right, stretching through your neck a little bit. Or you can stay in this pose and breathe deep. Or if you'd like a little more, you can bend the left leg and reach for the left foot with the right hand. Take 2 more deep breaths wherever you are. All right, go ahead and release, unwind. Bring both legs to the ground, long and straight. And then we'll hug the left knee in. Big, deep hug as we exhale, squeezing the left knee towards the left armpit. All right, right hand comes to the left knee. Left arm comes out into that airplane shape. Big breath here. As you exhale, left leg comes over to the right. Again, maybe you close your eyes, maybe you look to the left. And an option to stay where you are or bend the right knee and grab the right foot with the left hand. All right. We'll go back to center. Bring your legs out straight. Bring your arms overhead. And then we'll slowly walk the legs over to the left. And then walk the arms over to the left. We call this pose banana. All right, one more big breath here. Let's slowly walk our arms and legs back to center. Pause here for a breath. And then we'll go into the other side. So walk your legs over to the right a little bit, and then walk your arms and hands over to the right. Banana, other side. All right, give yourself one more deep breath here. And we'll walk our arms and legs back to center. Point your toes, reach through your fingertips, full big body stretch. And release. We're going to move into Savasana, our final pose of the night. If there's any other stretches or poses your body really wants, please do that now. It might feel nice to visit a happy baby. Or do some other stretches. And you choose what your Savasana looks like tonight. So traditionally, Savasana is legs straight, arms straight, palms open to the sky. But if something else sounds better to you, you can go ahead and do that. If you do have a blanket, it might be nice to place it underneath the knees or under your head or on top of you. Sometimes I like to come into reclined butterfly instead of Savasana, bringing soles of the feet together and bringing the knees towards the ground. Or maybe you like the hand in a different position, one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, or somewhere else entirely. Once you get into your final shape, give yourself one more deep belly breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, sigh it out. Release all control of your breath and your body. If any thoughts or feelings or ideas come up, no worries. That's how our brain works. Just building awareness about who we are right now in this moment. Learning with no judgment. Generally speaking, we regard discomfort in any form as bad news. But for people who have a certain hunger to know what is true, feelings like disappointment, embarrassment, irritation, resentment, anger, jealousy, and fear, instead of being bad news, are actually very clear moments that teach us where it is that we're holding back. They teach us to perk up and lean in when we feel we'd rather collapse and back away. They're like messengers that show us, with terrifying clarity, exactly where we're stuck. This very moment is the perfect teacher, and lucky for us, it's with us wherever we are. In meditation, we're not trying to live up to some kind of ideal. Quite the opposite. We're just being with our experience, whatever it is. If our experience is that sometimes we have some kind of perspective and sometimes we have none, then that's our experience. If sometimes we can approach what scares us and sometimes we absolutely can't, then that's our experience. This very moment is the perfect teacher, and it's always with us. Just seeing what's going on, that's the teaching. We can be with what's happening and not dissociate. Awakeness is found in our pleasure and our pain, our confusion and our wisdom, available in each moment of our weird, unfathomable, ordinary, everyday lives. Start to slowly deepen your breath. And bring movement back into your body. Starting with slow, gentle movement, maybe stretching a bit, and eventually rolling onto one side. Pause here for a moment, give yourself a deep breath. And push yourself up to a cross-legged position like we started our class today. If it feels good to you, you can keep your eyes closed. Check in with your posture and your shoulders. We'll seal our practice today with one final breath together and a little bit of gratitude. So first, we'll breathe out all of the air inside of us. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center. If you'd like, you can keep your hands here, but you don't have to. Just giving a little bit of gratitude and giving thanks to the spirit culture and tradition of yoga and all of the students, teachers, and yogis that have come before us. Thank you for showing up and for being a part of this community. Thank you for donating. Take time to thank yourselves for giving yourself an hour today, for taking care of you. I thank you for coming and thank you for being. I am because you are. In gratitude. So just so you know, the stuff I said at the end was not my own words. It's from this book called When Things Fall Apart, which has been like my Bible for this year.